of Sippin Vibes. I'm your girl, Miss JLH from We Don't Sip Tea, We Drink Wine.
And it's your boy AJ, the co-host of Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. It's like a tricold quest. You got to say the whole thing.
Yes. We're back again with it this week. Sorry, we're a little late. I'm a little late. It's really me. I'm the problem.
Shame, dishonor.
Yeah, I really apologize, but it's because I was babysitting and I was across town, and I wasn't trying to do this live where I was babysitting because babies is loud.
That's fair.
Yeah, so here we are. I raced back to my Ponderosa, and now we live. I'm excited about this one, AJ. I ain't gonna hold you.
Ooh, okay.
Because not only did I've never listened to a Big Pun album. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And number two is I really fucking loved this album. Let me say that. Yeah, you made me a Big Pun fan for sure. And I did not see that coming.
Yes. I'm glad I can be, yes.
Yes.
Niggas sleep on Big. We're gonna talk about it later, but niggas be sleep on Big Pun.
Sleep is an understatement. I did not know Big Pun was like that. I did not.
Indeed.
So I'm excited to talk about this album. Hold on, I'm trying to share this video. Okay. This is like the only time I really be sharing videos and stuff.
Got you. I was like, what's going on?
Because typically I don't be sharing. I haven't been sharing on social media like that at all, and I really hate that. I gotta get better at that.
I feel that. I'm the same way with my stuff too.
Ugh, I just hate it. Anyway, I went last week, I think.
Oh, you see that? You went last week?
I think so.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think you did. Wait, did you? I
think so. Who was last week? Groups, right?
We did Boyz II Men and Bone Thugs.
Or did you go last week? I think I went first.
You went first? Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Who cares?
I don't know.
But this is exciting because we take it to the Boogie Down Bronx and we
BX.
we highlight two iconic artists from the Bronx. We got Mary J. Blige, although I don't think she's from the Bronx. I think she's from like Yonkers or something like that.
We allow it. We're allowing it.
We're allowing it.
We'll allow it.
Because I think the Bronx does still claim her, but yeah. But she got the attitude of a Bronx native for sure, even if it's not like directly the Bronx.
Definitely New York native for sure, but yeah.
Yes.
Nothing else.
And then we got Big Pun, who's from the South Bronx.
Yeah.
So, have you ever been to the Bronx?
I've never been to the Bronx. I've been to Brooklyn, but I've never been to the Bronx.
You're missing out.
At least not from what I remember.
Okay.
My aunt and uncle used to live in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Like years ago, so we went to their room.
Yeah.
Were they in Marcy or Best? It was one of those two. I forgot which one they were at. But yeah.
The Bronx is actually my favorite borough. Personally, I love the Bronx. I think it's fun, it's ratchet, it's a good time. It's real. It's just a good time. I love the Bronx. Like,
I feel that.
I love the people. I love everything about the Bronx. The food, the music. It's just a good ass time. I've never had a bad time in the Bronx.
From rapper wise, I like Queens. Just like the rappers from Queens. Because some of my favorite rappers from Queens, like Nas, 50, Tricold Quest, Small Deep, all them. So
name all the Bronx rappers. You got Big Pun, DMX.
Well, he's Yonkers. Technically, he's Yonkers.
Okay, I mean,
but you got Big Pun, you got Fat Joe, you got KRS-One, You got Peter Guns and Lord Tariq, um Remy Moss from the Bronx. All the Terror Squads from the Bronx, basically.
Yeah.
Um, shit, who else? I think even though Slick Rick, he's originally from like bro, UK where he's from, Britain where he's from. He was raised in the Bronx. He was raised in the Bronx as well, I believe. So
You say he from the UK.
not UK, but he's from somewhere like he's not from the US, but
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
he wasn't born in the US, but he was
Okay,
raised in like
okay.
in the
What
Bronx.
about what about fucking who was I gonna say? Damn.
And I did a whole playlist on Bronx rappers too.
Oh, who's in Harlem? Who's in Harlem
Who's
besides the ASAP and
Dipset,
yes, and besides them as well.
Mace.
Okay, okay.
Mace is from Harlem. Dang, who else is from Harlem? I'm trying to remember who else. Those are like the main
Biggie
ones.
was from Brooklyn.
Yeah, Biggie's from Brooklyn. Jay-Z's from
So
Brooklyn.
I
Joey
think I fuck with
Badass.
Brooklyn and I think I fuck with the Bronx more. Brooklyn and the Bronx.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
Cardi B's from Bronx as well.
Yeah, I forgot about her. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think I fuck with the Bronx more and Brooklyn in rap than Queens.
that's
I
fair.
don't know. It's something about Queens niggas for me.
Like
They just got an energy about them I don't like.
they just have that accent. For me, it's like they have like that distinctive accent that they're from Queens, especially like Tribe Called Quest, Nas, all of them. They have like that distinctive accent. Like you knew they from Queens just that hearing them talk.
That accent, yes, but the energy too is just rubs me the wrong way. It's like
I'm dead.
it's just they think they better and not trying to be funny, but I don't know what they and maybe that's not everybody from Queens, but a couple of people that have I've run into from Queens. It's just like, okay, I could be without this energy.
I'm dead.
So let's take it to the Bronx where I feel like real niggas reside. So
And a lot of them will agree with you. I mean, that's where hip hop like originated from. It's from the Bronx.
exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
the.
Exactly.
So yeah, we're going to talk about
Yeah, baby.
Yeeeah Baby. This is Big Pun's second album, second slash last album, if you don't include Endangered Species, which is like a compilation album. But yeah, this is like his second and last album. It got released in April 4th. It was released April 4th, 2000, 2 months after he passed away. Because he passed away in February from like heart failure. I
At
like this.
28.
Yeah, but I mean, he was a big dude. Like he weighed, I think before he died, I think he was like 600, 700 pounds.
Dang.
Yeah,
Why didn't he do gastric bypass or nothing?
I don't know if that was the thing yet. I don't know if that was the thing yet back then. But he did. I know he did. He did do like a fat cap, and he lost like 100 pounds. He even says it in one of the songs on
Yeah,
here.
he does talk about it.
Yeah, but the thing was, like, he lost the weight. Then he went back on tour, and concerts don't end till about midnight, 1 o'clock. The only thing that's open is like McDonald's, Burger King, shit like that. So
Yeah, you just didn't eating shitty.
yeah, so and he just gained that weight right back and then some. So unfortunately, he caught up with him.
Yeah, they said on this album he was even having like a hard time breathing, like to even finish it and stuff. Sometimes.
Yeah,
Dang.
so he didn't go as hard as he could have just because his health issues. But one thing I did like, first of all, this is actually the first Pun album that I heard. I heard this before.
Really?
I heard this before I listened to Capital Punishment.
Okay.
And what I like about the difference between like with Capital Punishment, that's a Dave album, so like nigga had to go hard. Like he had a lot to prove. Like again, this Dave album. This is '98, where like some of the great albums came out that year. So he had a lot of competition, and he had a lot of hype around him because he was in the game since like I want to say around. I think Fat Joe discovered him around like 95, 96, something like that. So
He been in the game since '95.
yeah,
Big Pun.
mm-hmm.
Big Pun.
Yeah.
Really?
Because
What?
Fat Joe's the one that discovered him. But
Wow.
but at the point he was just doing like a whole bunch of like features and stuff like that. He wasn't doing like and
Okay.
like
Okay. AJ with the hip hop set. I'm thinking
this
this
is what
nigga.
I do.
Yeah. I'm like, who we talking about? We ain't talking about Big Butt. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because like Fat Joe, he's been out since like I want to say Fat Joe has been out since like maybe like 93.
I did not know that either, actually.
Yeah, his first album dropped in 93. Yeah.
Fat Joe?
Like he's been in the game for a while.
I
He
did not know that. I've never listened to a Fat Joe album.
yeah, he's been in the game for a while. It's just
Wow.
he was always doing the street shit. So like he just never had the radio play.
So what made him? How did he get commercial? When did that like
So
pop
it's
up?
funny. So Big Pun is actually the one like that top Fat Joe how to do all this shit. He's like, all right, you gotta do something for the women, you gotta do something for the clubs. You can still do the hardcore shit, the street shit, but you gotta have something for the ladies, this, that, and third. Which Big Pun has. Like Big Pun is very versatile with his like style stuff. Like he can do like the lady stuff, like Still Not a Player, Punish Me. He can still do the hardcore shit like Twin and Boomerang. He could do some funny shit, like which is on his album. He could do a whole bunch of funny shit. He's very versatile with his shit as an artist. And Fat Joe learned from that, and then next thing you know, he's getting all these on radio hits now.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. So Big Pun really put. So who was first, Fat Joe or Big Pun? You said Fat Joe, right?
Fat Joe was first, yeah. Fat Joe discovered Pun.
Okay.
Yeah.
How?
I forgot how. That I don't know. I forgot how he discovered them.
Okay.
But they're all from the Bronx, so they probably going to run to each other eventually.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I like about this album is like I said, it's different because like with Capital Punishment, he had a lot to prove with this being his debut album, so he had to go hard and all that shit. So with this album, he had more fun. It was more chill. He's like, all right, I ain't trying to do like the hardcore street shit as much. Like there's still some of that shit on here, but he wasn't trying to go as hard with it.
Yeah.
So he wanted to have a little bit more fun with it. He was trying to like stay kind of a little bit more commercial, reach a wider audience, a wider fan base. And he also wanted to put his niggas on because there's a lot of niggas from Terror Squad that are on this album.
Agreed. I didn't notice that either till I noticed it. Screaming.
Yeah, because like his first album, like you had like features from like Nori, Prodigy, Inspector Deck, of course Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, Dead Prez was it? Yeah, Dead Prez was on there.
Okay. So really putting on for New York.
Yeah. He definitely had. It was definitely a New York album for sure.
Yeah.
But of course, with this album, like, of course, you still had like MOP on there, of course, and stuff like that. But like, for the most part, it was just his people he was trying to put on.
Yeah. For me, this felt like a Terror Squad album. Like it was like introducing a lot of Terror Squad. It was just introducing Terror Squad as a whole, and like letting you know because Remy.
Yes.
Why didn't you? First of all, you told me, but I didn't fucking know Remy Ma was like that. You niggas have failed everyone in the world on Remy Ma. Y'all literally. Why didn't nobody tell me I was sleeping on Remy Ma?
I'm gonna let you discover that for yourself.
God, reminisce.
And that's what I'm saying. He let this. She let her
like that.
He gave her own song on the album.
The whole
4 minutes. Yeah, the hook and the intro. That's all he did.
That shit went in. Why she snapped like that?
She had a lot to prove.
Why she snapped like that?
And also, Big Pun discovered.
Talk about somebody's fetus like that.
Nah, I'm dead. And Big Pun discovered her.
Remy.
Big Pun discovered on Remy Ma.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Nah, that shit was crazy. Okay, I want to know what your favorite songs are.
My favorite songs? Oh, yeah. So my favorite songs personally. All right. So My Dick.
Mine too.
Shout out to Tony Sunshine. Tony Sunshine killed that. He was singing hard for no reason. Like
my dick, my dick, my dick, my dick.
when I think of
like,
that,
yes, get the fuck off of it.
like when I think of that, I think about like what's the nigga that did that's always on the Gucci Man So Icy that singing that shit. Like I think of it like that. Like you went hard for no reason. You didn't have to go that hard, but we
Now
appreciate
every
it.
time somebody get on my fucking nerves, that's what I'm gonna sing. Like this is
Oh,
my
yeah.
anthem moving forward.
Exactly. So just ask Mike, who? My dick. But nah, my favorite songs, My Dick, Leatherface, 100%, My Turn, Miss Martin. Laughing at You was funny. Laughing at You, that one, and You Was Wrong. Those probably my favorite ones. My favorite ones. And it's so hard. I try to exclude the singles, but yeah. Yeah, it's so
I know. This honestly, it was hard for me to pick my favorites because I fucking love this album. It's downloaded, it's saved. I'm gonna be running this shit back because this shit was good as fuck. Like I did not know Big Pun was putting on for the streets like this, and no one told me. Like
I know, and he's really a street nigga. Like
this was really
like,
good. This was a great ass album. This was like, I would honestly, I wish he did not die so young because I could literally put him easily in my top 5. Easily.
I said the same thing. That's the same reason why. That's the only reason I don't put him in my top 10.
I know.
It's just discography, which is not his fault. It's the same thing with Biggie. It's the same thing with Biggie. Like, I can't put them in my top 10 just off his discography, which is not their fault. But you know,
this is crazy. No, this album was insane. It was because Big Pun's voice. It's not like he does anything special with his voice. It's literally like the same, but his flow is different. His style, like he switches it up on songs. You got the beats to go with it. Big Pun is what G Herbo wishes he was.
Because dead.
The way G Herbo will switch up his flow and is still never on fucking beat, like nigga, give it up, let it go, drop it. Like, but Big Pun is here and doing it. Like, this was a great album. So the Creation intro, watch those.
What's the second one? What's the second
Watch those.
Oh, you name your favorites, or you just name the tracks?
Oh yeah, my favorites.
Okay.
Sorry. The Creation intro, watch those. Off with His Head, New York Giants, and My Dick were my favorites.
Okay.
But I really like the whole album. I'm gonna be real with you. The whole album's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick.
It is.
It's such a good album. Oh my gosh. That intro is crazy. So what did you think about him putting the Punisher together with the intro?
I like that shit. I did like that shit.
Wasn't it fire?
It was. Because like Big Pun was also a huge Kool G Rap fan, which is why he threw the Kool G Rap shit in there. Because he was like he I think was it, I forgot who interview was. I don't know if he said it or Fat Joe said it, but like he met Kool G Rap and he like actually kissed his ring because he had that much respect for him.
Wow. Yeah. I know that's right. That's beautiful. Kool G Rap, he put
I think he said
Eddie Murphy in there.
Because he's fucking funny. Michael Jackson, because he has money.
Yes, it was genius. It was a nice intro. I thought that was fire. Then you go right into the next song, which is just like popping off. But his flow is very different on there. It's like it's not a consistent flow. He switches it up a lot throughout that second song on the album, which that I love. Because it just shows his versatility, I guess.
And I keep telling niggas that Big Pun is. I remember this was like years ago. Someone made like a post, Eminem versus Big Pun. Who would you choose? And I said honestly, Eminem's in my top 5. But I said honestly, bro, I'm choosing Big Pun because Big Pun can go the fuck off. He just didn't have the chance to actually show up because he passed away. And niggas just try to shit on me on my own post. I was like, hey, bro, like, have y'all even listened to Big Pun? And I was like,
I agree. He was
like,
rapping on the same time as multiple artists that we've seen throughout, the years or whatever. He can keep up with the best of them, but the way that he was doing his flow, he was spitting like fucking Twister or Busta Rhymes
I
on
give you
one
Busta Rhymes.
song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like, I think that's the Puerto Rican part. Like, because a lot of them talk fast. So I think
Yeah,
that played the part too.
yeah.
And then I think also somebody said something like he had like a big thyroid, so that allowed him to like say a lot of shit in one breath. Especially in
Oh,
the early album, especially when with his first album, that's why he was able to spit super fast. I was like, okay, that actually makes
okay.
sense. I was like, yeah,
Let me ask you, the song "Is So Hard," was that like a real song of like, was somebody really trying to fuck his wife?
that I don't know. I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true. That might have been saying that. But fun fact for that song, so originally it wasn't even supposed to be Donnell Jones on the album on that song. It was supposed to be Tony Sunshine. But the
Oh
label, was like, yeah, we want a more like I guess a more well
no.
known singer for because that was the first single, so they wanted a more well known R&B artist for that song. So they did Donnell Jones.
So fun fact, I actually didn't know it was Donnell Jones on that track till we listened to this album. I
Oh
always thought
shit!
it was Tony Sunshine.
Oh wow! Shit!
Yeah, I had no clue that was Donnell Jones.
see, loud. Yeah, I should have put Tony Sunshine
They
on
should
there.
have
Like,
just put him
damn.
on there because it don't even sound like Donnell for real. It's not giving. It sound like Donnell to you?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm
It's down
screaming.
now.
I'm a Donnell Jones fan now.
I
If
fuck
it's
with. I
not
did.
giving Donnell,
I listened to his first album. I think that was his first album. The one that had Shawty on there. That's
Shorty
the first
got her
one.
eyes
As
on
on me,
me.
yeah.
You been talking since too long, what you gonna do? Oof, that's my, oof, that's my album.
That's my shit. That's my shit.
That's
That is
my
my shit. That's
shit.
my shit.
I don't know.
That shit comes to my YouTube music all the fucking time.
Oh man, it's that
It's a
one does
quarter
it for
past
me.
three, girl. What's it
What's
gonna
it gonna be?
be?
No, that's not
Sure,
his first
gotta.
album. I didn't think it was.
It
It's his
wasn't
second
okay.
album.
It's the
No.
second one. Okay,
Yeah.
where one? I mean, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, because that came out in '99. This album came out in 2000, so that makes sense. Why they picked that?
Okay, that makes sense. Why that does make sense. Wow.
that,
Okay.
that makes
It's
sense. Why
like
they picked them?
it is all coming together.
Right.
Yeah. All right. I fucks with that. I just wanted to know if that song it was true because if they was really fucking his wife.
It might have been, to be fair, it might have been
Oh
because
my, you wanna take
one
my life.
because Big Pun he said on My Turn like I'm not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like he's really like the shit he raps about like yeah he's done some of that shit. Not out of it. I'm pretty sure he probably hasn't killed anybody, but
Right,
like
right,
as far as we know, but. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like he's about that life though. He's about that life. This nigga has chased Jay-Z around and like in a fucking like office buildings, some shit. I heard multiple stories where like he chased Jay-Z around because he beefing him and Fat Joe were beefing with Jay-Z back in the day. Like they were beefing for real.
About what?
It started with it was really just with Fat Joe and Jay-Z, and then Big Pun just like joined it because Fat Joe is his man's.
That
And
makes sense.
then he just I don't know, did you catch the 50 Cent this on My Turn at the very last verse? Did you
No,
catch that? You didn't
no,
catch it? You didn't catch that one?
no, no.
That's yeah. He just 50 Cent too.
Oh,
He says to
well,
the 50 Cent rapper, very funny, get your nut off, because in real life you don't know, I'll blow your motherfucking head off. So remember, I think I talked about this on the last episode. Remember 50 Cent made a song called How to Ride where he dissed everybody?
uh-huh.
Big Pun was one of the niggas. He said, I rob Pun without a gun, snatch his chain as one. This nigga wears 500 pounds. How you gonna catch me, son? And Big Pun took that shit personally. He took that shit personally.
This is just so juicy for old shit. Like it's old as fuck.
Right.
But I'm like salivating at the tea.
Remember he said at the end, that's how I beat your motherfucking ass, featuring Tony Sunshine. Like he was talking about 50 with that. He was talking about 50. Like, don't say my name in no fucking song, bro. Like, I don't say niggas' names in songs that I don't like.
Oh my god.
Like, if I have beef, I'm gonna hand it personally. There's,
Oh wow.
there's some stories about Big Pun. There was a story where like DJ Who Kid got kidnapped.
I see. And the 50 Cent rapper, very funny. Get your nut off, because in real life you don't know I'll blow your motherfucking
Fucking
head
head
off.
off.
Oh my
Oh
god,
yeah.
that's my motherfucker. Oh,
Yeah.
thought we was fucking joking. Ah,
Oh
no,
no,
I
that was
guess
real.
not.
Oh
Ah,
no, that was real.
I did miss
50,
it.
50 so 50, 50 was joking, but Big Pun was serious.
I didn't think he. I just didn't think he was directing that at any. But clearly, it's a shot.
Yeah.
So what did 50 say after that?
I mean, you can't really say anything. I mean, Pun was dead by that point. There's no
Oh
point in
no, he.
yeah. There's
Oh,
no
I'm
point in
glad.
dissing the dead
I
rapper,
mean,
right?
he was evil. Who I didn't know he was. He could have said. I didn't know if he would have said something or not.
I mean, if Pun was still alive, he might have.
Yeah.
But a lot of people say shit about that song after they came out. But 50 Cent, 50 Cent, like, the only reason he did that was to get his name out there. Like, Jay-Z dissed him, Wu-Tang dissed him, Pun dissed him, a whole bunch of niggas dissed him. So, like, that was just to get his name out there and it worked. So,
I know that's right. I guess. Isn't 50 from Queens?
yeah, he from Queens.
And see, this is why. Again, I said what I said about that borough. I said what I said. The energy don't be given. But yeah, okay. I fucked with this album. This was a good album. What are you rating it?
I'm going to give it 8.5.
Okay,
9. Yeah,
why?
8.5. It's like you can kind of tell it wasn't finished in a way. Like the whole album as a whole is only like 52 minutes. So like you can kind of tell that the album is not finished.
It did go by fast. I didn't know
Yeah.
so.
I'm just looking at the time now. It's like 52 minutes. Yeah. So like it went by fast. You could tell it wasn't finished. I feel like if he was actually alive to like actually finish it properly, I feel like I would like it more. And like I said, his rap skills is like unparalleled. I just feel like some of the beats I didn't really care for it that much, but it fit him. So like I get it. But
I
it
can
was
agree
like,
with that as well.
yeah,
I also feel like it fit the New York sound.
fair. Yeah, I give you that. No, because like 100% is definitely all 100% Puerto Rican. Like that's a whole Puerto Rican track, and I like that. Like again, he was trying to get the wider fan base. So I feel like if I heard that shit in Puerto Rico, that shit would be niggas would be going off with that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll say like 8.5, 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Okay. I'm
What about
definitely
you?
giving it a 9 or a 10 out of 10 for real, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I loved it. I really don't have no complaints. I mean, is it a short album? Now that you pointed that out, yes. But it's a strong
Yeah.
ass short album.
Like it's nothing wrong with short albums. I'm not
There's
mad.
nothing here that I really feel like I could skip. I love all the songs on this album. I think they're all equally amazing. Like I had a hard time picking a favorite, to be honest.
My Dig's your favorite.
Oh, it's so good.
Pause.
It's Chef's
Not my
Kiss.
Dig. Not my Dig, but the
It's
song My
Chef's
Dig.
Kiss.
So
Like,
what's the deal,
you
baby?
know,
For all you
money,
dick riding
money,
motherfuckers.
money, money. He said it. And the nigga that was singing opera on the album, they had opera on this
You
album. They
stupid.
was doing
Oh
it.
yeah, Terror Squad. Yeah, I forgot about that shit. You right. Oh yeah, Opera Steve. Opera Steve, that's his name.
He did that. He
Opera
did that
Steve.
shit.
He
He
did
was
do that
killing
shit.
it.
I forgot about. And Just Blaze on the beat. Just Blaze can't do no wrong with beats.
Yeah,
So,
that shit was fire. I loved everything about it.
if there's a beat that I didn't care for, probably the only beat I didn't really care for was um probably New York Giants. But I mean, but it worked. Actually, no, I take that back. No, not that one. Not that one. My bad.
Okay,
My
because
bad.
that was
Not that one.
wild.
Not that one. No.
Okay, which one?
Was it what? It was either Watch Those or We Don't. I think it was We Don't Care. No, Wrong Ones. I think it was Wrong Ones. I didn't care for that one too much.
Wrong ones?
Yeah.
Wrong ones I can understand. Wrong ones I can understand. But the New York Giants one I didn't get.
That's probably like Wrong was. It's probably and it's not a bad song. It's probably just the weakest out to me.
I can feel that. I can feel that.
But
I can
yeah,
feel that. Yeah, that one I think kind of misses me too because laughing at you really draws me in.
I feel you. And
Yeah.
not even the beat itself. It's just not necessarily the beat. The beat's not necessarily fire. It's just like the premise of the song, the point
Right,
of the song.
right. Yeah. Exactly. The lyrics and everything. Yeah. Oh, let me ask you this question before we move on from the Borica
Puerto Rico.
of
Ah.
the Bronx. So how you feel about Spanish artists saying nigga in their work? Like people like Fat Joe and Big Pun and stuff like that.
It depends who it
Because
is.
he has a whole song called nigga shit. So
He does, and I like that too. That nigga
I'm
shit.
screaming.
I like that nigga shit.
So what
Cause I can relate to most of the shit that he said. So I was like, okay,
I feel that.
so
I
that's
feel
some nigga shit. I was like, okay.
that.
It's funny because like I think who did what show was that? What was that show that I think Anthony Anderson, not Anderson, that's it, Anderson and Tracy Rock. What was that show that they did?
Who?
Um, fuck,
Blackish?
Blackish. That's what it
Oh,
was.
you were talking about Anthony Anderson. I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
Screaming.
No. So like they actually did a skit like who can say nigga, and then like one of the skits they're like, okay, Puerto Ricans. It varies because people like Fat Joe and Big Pun, they can say nigga. However, J-Lo cannot say nigga.
It's funny. I do love how as black people we definitely have a line. Like
We
we
do. Right. We do.
fluctuate on who can say what and who could be a part of what. Yeah. For me, I don't mind Big Pun saying it, and I get a little cringe when Fat Joe say it now. And I think I
Now.
get cringe only because I don't like Fat Joe. And I think I only don't like Fat Joe because of personal reasons,
Mm.
but that's neither here nor there.
But Fat Joe from back then, I'm like, hey, you can say whatever the fuck you
Yeah,
want. Like,
Fat Joe then fine. Fat Joe now, not so much.
yeah. Because again, like niggas don't like Fat Joe. All Terror Squad was in the streets. Like them niggas was like in the streets. Like you have rappers that talk about the streets. These niggas were actually in the streets doing shit. So like,
Yeah,
those are niggas you didn't want to fuck with. Like legitimately,
yeah.
legitimately, you didn't want to fuck with.
And it's hard to tell somebody not to say nigga and they grow up in that type of environment and area, and that's really what you know and
That
what
too.
you grow up with. So, but also don't get fucked up out here. So just watch
That too.
it.
That too. Exactly.
Just watch who you say it to. That's all I guess.
I hung out with a lot of Spanish people when I was in middle school, high school.
You fought them?
No, I hung out.
Oh, you hung out with them. Oh, did they say nigga a lot?
Nah, not a lot. Some of them did say nigga, but they didn't say it like a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Well, they didn't say it like, they didn't say nigga like every other sentence or nothing like that.
Okay.
But like, yeah. But again, I'm also a lot of them niggas was MS-13, so I'm about to tell these niggas they can't say it. So
I'm
like,
AJ hanging out with delinquents.
hey, I was one of those niggas. Like I wasn't like the cool kid, but I knew everybody. So like I knew the geeks. I was the band, so like I knew the band fuck. I knew the anime fuck. I knew the nerds. I knew like the gangsters. I knew like the jocks. I knew everybody. So like
I feel that.
I was cool with everybody. Everybody.
I
fuck.
was one of those too. I feel
Yeah.
that. What do you think about this album cover? Because I didn't know how. I mean, it was cool. It just wasn't anything for me. I don't feel like it really does the album justice.
It don't. I just feel like since it came out 2000 was like the bling bling era. So I think that's why they did that. Also, I feel like Pun probably didn't have to say so because
True.
But I can't say yes or no. But like I don't think he had to say so in the cover. But I feel like just because
before the album came out.
Yeah, he died the album came out like 2 months later, and the album still wasn't finished yet. So yeah. So
This was a good ass album, y'all. We definitely lost a legend.
It was like,
That
imagine if
was
this nigga was still alive. Like,
well, him and Tupac now are like the two artists that I just be like, damn, I wonder where they could be now. Now I can add Big Pun to that list because
mm,
I didn't know he got down like that. This you did this for me. Thank you.
that's fine. That's what I'm here for. I try to put you on the good hip hop music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this was beautiful. This was fire.
I do have a question for you. So would you consider? Yeah, he said it in an album, but would you consider him like the Puerto Rican Biggie?
Probably not. Um, no, not for me. I really didn't like Biggie. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't like Biggie.
I thought you liked niggas from Brooklyn.
Not Biggie.
Why?
I don't know why I didn't like Biggie's. For one, his voice, the voice does it for me. You know how I am about voices. Let's throw it out there. Um, the voice does it for me. He acted like he really couldn't breathe, and that really did bother me.
Maybe you
Um,
couldn't. You don't know that.
I know, and that sounds terrible, but I said what I said.
That's crazy. That's wild as
and
hell.
then, what else? What else was it about? I don't know his lyrics. So, you know, at this time when Biggie and Tupac and stuff is out, or just like during this time of hip hop, my mom was really big on censorship. So for
See,
me, those lyrics were just a bit too much as a child. And so, and with Tupac, I felt like it was more substance a lot of times with his music. You know what I'm saying? Like I could relate to
correct,
more
correct.
things that he was talking about than I could with Biggie.
I said that with Biggie. Yeah, he didn't really have that much substance compared to
Yeah.
Pac. Compared to Pac, he really had
hmm
that much substance.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you was living like that or you was doing stuff like that or you was at that age, because talking to my best friend, she's in her 40s, and she grew up with Biggie. And as she was in New York at that time, that's where she's from.
Okay,
So Biggie, of course, for them and her generation is a big deal. But for
fact.
me, I just don't feel that connection.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I'll have to disagree. I feel like he is kind of like the Puerto Rican Biggie because they kind of had
Okay.
the same. They kind of had like the same the way they kind of like came up in the rap game. Because like when Biggie first came out, he was doing a whole bunch of like features and like remixes and stuff. Diddy had him like a whole bunch of like features and stuff and all that stuff. And Fat Joe did the same thing with Big Pun. He had him a whole bunch of features and stuff before the album came out. Both their debut albums came out. Albums went platinum. Had a big, um, momentum with the album. Um, they all had their own squads. Biggie had Dream Mafia. Big Pun has Terror Squad. Um, Unfortunately, they both died before their second albums came out.
Oh wow, I didn't think of it like that.
Both got big in their name. Both are big. You know what I'm saying? I'm not,
That's true.
So like, I feel like there was some, and I think Fat Joe even said like, yeah, that was kind of like the plan was to kind of like have him be like the Puerto Rican Biggie in a sense.
Okay. I didn't think of it like that. Never listened to a Biggie album, so I'm gonna be real.
Damn, god
Yeah,
damn,
I've never
that's
listened to it.
crazy. We got to get you hip. So,
Yeah.
when we doing Brooklyn? When we doing Brooklyn?
Ew, we have to do Biggie. I was hoping it was gonna be Jay, but
I'm weak.
that's fine. If we gotta do Biggie.
Don't let my nigga Nora see this. He'll like, man, fuck Jay Z.
I don't know. Mm, I can't do big pop. Baby, baby.
Baby, see, you already got the voice. You already got the voice. You might as well go ahead and listen to him.
No.
You might as well go ahead.
Why? Which album would you pick?
I mean, he only has two. So, I mean, four if you include the other Bad Boy, like, redone shit. But, I'll probably give you Ready to Die because Life After Death is double disc. So,
Is which one is to you better?
I, uh, that's. I mean, I like kind of both equally.
Okay, compare Big Pun's. I was gonna say Little Pun screaming.
That's crazy.
Compare Big Pun's album, his second album, and Biggie's second album. Which is better?
I mean, it's kind of not fair. Because like, but I mean, I fuck with Pun more than I fuck with Biggie personally.
For
But
as far as like their discography, you think Pun has a better discography with their two?
to me, yeah, to me, yeah.
Okay.
But
Why you say that?
Biggie, he does have Notorious Thug. I mean, that's because of both thugs, for real, for real. But he does have Notorious Thugs on Life After Death,
Mm.
and I fuck with that song heavy. And Biggie was actually keeping up. He actually switched up his flow to kind of match both thugs, and I was like, okay, I fuck with that. So yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
I will say that on Life After Death, Biggie was trying to show more versatility with his skills, rap skills.
did he?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Like example, like with the Bone Thugs song, like he did song with Bone Thugs, they rap fast and all that shit. So he was doing the same rapping fast type shit. I was like, okay, he's keeping up. He's trying to keep up with him. I fuck with it. So yeah.
Okay.
And
Do
then
you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
and then like he started doing he had more features on the album because I'm Ready to Die. Excluding Diddy, the only feature he had on the album was Method Man.
Oh,
When you do Life After Death, you got the Locks. I think Mace was on there, 112, Lil Kim, Bone Thugs, Too Short. Jay-Z was on there. R. Kelly.
oh wow.
Yeah, so he had mad features on there.
Okay.
So
So,
no
what
good.
do you think? Why do you think that Big Pun had a better discography though?
It's just more to me. It's just more enjoyable.
Okay.
It's just more enjoyable to me.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel too. Cause wasn't Biggie selling a lot of drugs? I'm screaming.
I'm dead. I am dead. He was though. He was selling drugs though.
Didn't he talk about that a lot?
He did.
I didn't really see like I've heard Biggie songs, you feel me? Like I've heard multiple songs.
Like the
Like
singles, like his singles and stuff.
aside from singles too, because I'm around a lot of Biggie fans. So,
Oh, you are.
you
Yeah,
know,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
I've heard, like that commandment song that he got.
The 10 Crack Commandments. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that before and I ain't never heard that before. And I was like, oh my God, your mama let you listen to this?
But it's real though. Like, man, hey, he's telling y'all
That was
he's telling
crazy.
y'all the shit.
Nah, I can't. It was too much for my little ears.
I feel you. Yeah, it was hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where the substance comes into play because like he did a lot of like drug music type shit. Now I don't want to say drug music because like niggas want like smoking drugs and shit. He was talking about a lot of like drug dealing type music. The only like shit that wasn't like that was the shit that Diddy was like, hey yo, you need to do this song. You need to do this type of song for the radios. So that's where Juicy
Right.
comes into play. That's where Big Papa comes into play. That's
Hmm.
where Hypnotize comes into play.
Yeah. And
Fucking
those
You
are the
Tonight.
songs that
Yeah.
I actually like. So
Sky's the Limit. Well, I think Sky's the Limit was probably Biggie's idea personally. I do like Sky's the Limit. That's my shit. That might be that's top 5 favorite Biggie songs. Sky's the Limit.
okay. Do you feel like he also died too early?
Oh, definitely. Biggie was like 24.
You feel like he still had a lot to show too?
Definitely. And I think he was changing. He was trying to change his life around. He's trying to be in his kid's life more. According to Lil Kim, he was actually about to, him and Lil Kim were actually about to get serious according to her. So, because he put her in the back burner for the longest. So
Yeah.
but that's a whole nother story. But yeah. So I feel like he was actually trying to turn his life around. Then I also heard that he wanted to open a soul food spot too. So I was like,
Okay. Wow. Okay.
call it Big. I think he's gonna call it Big Papa.
Okay. That would have been fire. That would have been fire. That's what's up. Okay. Anything else about Big Pun?
Listen to him.
Big fact.
Also, I do song. If I had to recommend a Big Pun song, "Brave in the Heart," "Brave in the Heart."
Brave in the Heart.
Yeah, it's on his Endangered Species album.
Okay. Why you say that song?
Cause he goes off like he was like spitting on that shit. He was spitting.
Okay.
He was
I'm gonna listen to it after this.
yeah. One line he said like, "It's nasty Nas. Now watch me turn the apple into Macintosh." Because New York, the Big Apple. I was like, "Hey yo," when he said that shit, I was like, "Watch me turn the apple into Macintosh." I was like, "God damn." And then we're gonna play it out this show. But
Yeah, because that's crazy. Yeah. Love
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
All right. That was awesome. No, Big Pun did it for me.
I
Yeah.
told I
This
told
is
y'all.
in my favorites for sure, for sure.
It's so
Okay,
hard. Sorry,
it's
my bad.
so hard.
Ooh,
Ooh.
yeah, you ain't fucking my wife, taking my life. Walk on by.
I was singing the hell out of that song
He
now.
was.
He's like, he bought his wife new titties and everything. Like, what? Why
I'll pay for them.
you
Get
say that?
your own. You heard?
Why you say that? No, that shit was wild. It was a good album. It's great. All right, let's go back further, I guess, up the Bronx.
Right.
I'm gonna get on that train again and go to the Yonkers, I guess. But now we doing Mary J. Blige. I'm just married,
Mary.
married, just married. I'm just married, just married, just married. Oh, did you like this album?
It was
What?
decent. It was decent. It was
It
decent.
was decent.
To me, it was decent.
It was decent. Whoa. All right. We're going to get started on this album because we're going to not do that. Y'all, this is Mary J. Blige's fourth studio album. Okay? This is her follow up to What's the 411, My
That's the third
Life,
one.
and
Oh,
Share
okay.
My World. You feel
I
me?
was
So
about
she
to say. I about my bad. I about to say. I thought 411 was her first one. I was like, what?
yeah, that's her
I didn't
very
know.
first one.
I didn't realize you were going in order. I was like, okay,
Oh yeah,
my
yeah.
bad.
Because this album is really one of her like very critically acclaimed. Like it's a mixed album. Did the fans really love this album? Eh. But
And I think
did
that's how I
it
feel.
receive like critical like a lot of good criticism from the critics in the music world? Yes.
Okay,
Like the music world loved this album. Let me put
gotcha,
it that way. The
gotcha.
fans not so much. Like it didn't do what her past the other three albums did, and I
That's fair.
don't think they was expecting that. Also, I think it also had a few mixed reviews as well as far I mean the critics loved it, but also it had some mixed reviews in it as well. But I love this Mary J. Blige album. Let me tell y'all a backstory. So my mom is a super huge Mary J. Blige fan. She loves Mary J. So this is what I grew up listening to all the time. This album came out. I don't know what my mama was going through, but we listened to this album every single day. So I love this album a lot, actually. It's one of my favorite Mary J. Blige albums. This is actually a deluxe album and a double. I think it was also like a double CD too, because
Really?
for this album, yeah, you had two pictures of her for this album. So you had this picture, which I love,
Mm-hmm.
because you really get to see Mary J with little to no makeup. She has
With
her
the scar right
silhouette
there.
turned to, yeah, you can really see her scar. So it's like you don't really get a background story, but you know she been through some shit and she just got a story to tell. And
Gotcha.
then you have this other photo. This also came with the Mary album. So
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't see
And
that one.
so this one, She also has a story to tell because this is Mary just singing. So before this album, you had Mary classified as hip hop pretty much, even though she does R&B now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the R&B girly, but she's being classified as like this hip hop R&B artist only because of just the work that she's doing. She's
The
working with
features she
different hip hop
has,
artists.
yeah.
Yeah. So they really trying to box my girl in, you feel me?
Cause
So now with this album, she's like, hold the phone. I'm more than just an hip hop and R&B girly. I can really do this. So she puts on her big girl panties and she does this. You feel me? She has her features on this album with Lauryn Hill, Aretha
mm-hmm.
Franklin, Elton motherfucking John, Eric motherfucking Clapton, okay? These are like,
The features were fire. I give you that. The features were definitely
okay?
fire.
George Michael, okay? She does a feature with George Michael, and then she bring KC back, okay? We in here.
That's when she dated, right, Casey? It was Casey she
Yeah.
dated? Okay.
So I got a story about that too. So, like I said, this was a pivotal album, okay? Because now we coming out. This is '99 that this
Mm-hmm.
album came out. We about to get into the new millennium. So now Mary got to switch up her sound a little bit. You feel me? Because Neo Soul is about to come into the picture. We got
Yeah.
Erica Badu coming in. We got Music
Jill
Soul
Scott.
Child. You feel me? Jill Scott. Yeah, we got all them people coming in now. So she got to keep up with the Joneses. So now she got to get rid of that New Jack Swing sound. You feel me? That bad boy sound. She got to do something different.
Facts. No, accurate as fuck.
Yeah. So she's coming up with something that doesn't just box her in as a hip hop and R&B artist, and that's how we get this Mary album. It's
Okay.
deep. It's a reflection of not just her as an artist, but I think also her as a person because, like I said, she has KC on this album again. Now, mind you, her and KC then had this public relationship. We find out that he's been beating on her or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And also the drug abuse.
Mm-hmm.
So we find out a lot of things about their relationship that was very unfavorable, and she don't want to work with him again. Like she don't want to be with him. She don't want to be around him. Nothing. But they're very adamant that she needs a man on this album. So they're talking to her and telling her that they could get R. Kelly, but apparently her and R. Kelly didn't work well the last time that they worked together. I don't know
Okay.
what that tea is, but yeah.
Mm. Uh,
Yeah, I don't know what that is. So they don't get R. Kelly. They was gonna get Joe. Joe did the demo, but in the end, he didn't do the album. It ended up being KC, which ended up being like a nice ending to like their relationship because they're both really like crying on this track, pouring their heart out, letting them know, like letting people know like they're really like moving on and it's done. This is it. And honestly, I don't think they perform together anymore on any songs after this album
probably
moving
not.
forward.
But just after they broke up, they didn't
Yeah,
break up after this.
after this out this they were already broken up
Oh,
for this album.
oh, shit.
But
That's awkward.
that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. And that's why
yeah,
she didn't want to do it.
yeah. And then no more drama came out after this. So like, yeah, they definitely ain't doing no more
Yeah,
shit
she
after that.
definitely the fuck done.
Yeah,
I think that was like her like release because she was just not fucking with the fact that she had to collab with him on this album. But they were so
yeah.
adamant about the fact that she needed a man to collab with.
That's
But I
crazy.
wanted to know but I think that was her last time collabing with him on any song or
It
any
looks
album.
like it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's given.
Right.
Cause moving forward, Mary
Um.
does not
Hey,
do
after
it.
that, she was fine, 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 fine.
I know that's right.
I got tired of that song. I ain't gonna hold you. 'Cause they
Oh,
played
that
the
was
hell.
my
They
shit.
played the hell of that song.
They did, but I did love it. So yeah, he did. He's not on any more albums after. Wow, look at that little history. That's
Yeah, it is. Good shit.
crazy.
Good for her though. Good for her.
Uh huh. Yeah, I'm glad she put her foot down. 'cause that was toxic. Also, the song with George Michael was
Mm.
called As. So they did. This album has a lot of samples, by the way. Did you notice them?
I know there were samples. I can't name what the samples were, but
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, they did.
other than the Michael Jackson one.
Oh, you did notice that one.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, yeah.
That's what's up. So yeah. Um. Oh shit! This was the. I knew it. I did not listen to. So this album cover is the two volumes,
Oh, this is
right?
okay, okay, okay.
I didn't listen to this one because she got a song on here with Nas and DMX called
Oh,
Sincerity. I didn't listen to
I didn't
that.
hear I didn't hear that one. I just heard the original one, the regular one. Yeah, I didn't hear
Oh,
that one.
yeah. I missed that one. But anyway, she didn't do like the Michael Jackson song you said that you heard the sample on. That was Sexy. She had
Mm.
Jadakiss as a feature on that one. She only had
Shout out to Yonkers.
yes. She only had one hip hop feature for real on this album until I noticed on the volume 2 Nas and DMX, but on the original it's only one hip hop feature because like I said she really wanted to step outside of that box. On All That I Can Say, you had Miss Lauryn Hill writing and producing that track.
Mm-hmm.
So that was why it was such a big track.
But so which one?
Um
Oh, can I?
All That I Can Say.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
It was only peaked at number 6 on the charts, but
Oh wow.
yeah, I know that was crazy because I love that song. Deep Inside is a really great song. It's one of my favorites on the album, actually. Um, I love it. That Benny and the Jets is that sample. You know that's Elton John song.
You said what?
Benny and the Jets. That's the Elton John sample.
I think I've never listened to Ellen John. I
I
know, like,
mean, neither have I.
like I couldn't tell you one. I couldn't tell you one song from Ellen John, like at all.
It's funny because the only reason I know is because of my mom, but I also don't know if that makes sense.
No, I get you. Like I know who he is, but like I couldn't tell you a song from him, like personally.
So I only know that song because my mom really liked that song. But that's
Gotcha.
the only song I know. And she's the one who told me about that sample. And I think I might know some more Ellen John songs, but I think I gotta hear them.
Yeah,
So,
probably same. Probably.
yeah. um, Don't Waste Your Time with Aretha Franklin was another song that they set up. They wanted Mary J to collab with a powerhouse soul singer. It was at first going to be Whitney Houston,
I was
but
about
they
to say
could
you
never
can't get
get
Whitney.
yeah, they could never get them together somehow. But they did perform together on VH1's Music Soul or something like that in '99.
That's
But
it.
she did get a chance to perform with Aretha, and this song actually was nominated for a Grammy. So
Who would lose to?
I don't know. We gotta look that up. It was the
Yeah.
42nd Grammys, and they were nominated for best performance in a group or duo.
It said it was the 42nd.
Yeah, look that up because I would love to know too. Now that we're here,
Right, 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 right.
now that we're here,
Which nomination was it?
best performance by group or duo
Yeah, let me see.
or dual performance or something like that.
Mm, 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 mm,
Group
mm,
with vocal.
mm. Alright.
What they saying?
There's a lot of rock in here. Oh, here we go.
In the best performance for with a group, it's a lot of rock. Well, I mean, a group.
They
But
did. Yeah, they put yeah, best R&B performance by a duo or group with vocals.
okay, who was in the category?
GLC, No Scrubs, Spend My Life with You, Eric Benet featuring Tamia, Don't Waste Your Time, Mary J. Blige, Aretha Franklin, Bills, 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 Destiny's Child, and then Heartbreak Hotel, Whitney Houston, Faith Evans.
That was hard. No. What?
Hey,
Who
Heartbreak Hotel.
won?
Hey,
Who won?
it doesn't say who won. Actually, no, No Scrubs won. I think No Scrubs won.
And as it should have.
Yeah,
No, that was a tough one. That was a tough one.
I think it's No Scrubs. I think it is.
That's good. Yeah, TLC did. I think that probably was the year TLC sweep then. That must have been TLC's year.
Let's see. It's not showing the one. Why is it not showing the winners though?
I don't want nobody to think I'm just gulping wine. This is grape soda.
Oh wait, hold on.
It's definitely grape soda. I just couldn't find a glass closer to
Oh no,
me.
I'm definitely drinking. I'm definitely drinking.
No, I'm not drinking. That's literally crush.
I'm definitely drinking. Today's Sippin' the Vibe is brought to you by Wilfred Reserve.
And purple crush soda. Quench
with a splash of cherry Dr. Pepper. A splash. Just a splash. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it was against TLC. I understand that.
Right.
I mean, they still could have gave the Queen Aretha a Grammy.
I mean, that was a tough list though.
That was a tough list.
That was a tough list. Heartbreak Hotel was on that
It
list
was
too.
in there with Tamia. That's my jam.
Heartbreak Hotel is my shit.
That was a good one too. I can't believe they didn't win.
Right.
You say you keep it by night. I can't believe that. Yeah, they did that.
What you do to me?
But so Mary also did a collab with George Michael, right? And they did a remake of the song "As" by Stevie Wonder. You know, until the day. I don't know all the words.
I know what you're talking about.
Always.
Yeah, that's my shit. That's my shit.
Wait, that's always.
Is that the same one? No.
No, it's not. I'm mixing Stevie songs.
Are you? I think you are.
Yeah. No.
No,
okay.
no, I think it is As. This is not.
Is it?
See, now I gotta look at the lyrics.
Me too.
Yeah, no, it is. It's As. It's As. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm about to say. I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm like, hold on.
It didn't feel right at all.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm like, wait a minute.
I hope so. Anyway, it's a Stevie Wonder song. However, Babyface did produce this song with her and George Michael. I mean, now they wanted to release it in the US, right? But the US producers and stuff, like the record labels wasn't fucking with it. So it was released in the UK. The UK blew this song up. Okay, they loved it over there.
Okay, UK.
Yeah, they always love the good stuff. But we wasn't fucking with it over here. As a matter of fact, we wasn't fucking with this album at all like that over here, for real. But this album did receive multiple Grammy nominations for a full-length album, and Mary J. Blige executive produced this album. So
I am noticing that she has a lot of production credit. So okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I see you.
She did that. Diane Warren was also someone who penned the ballad "Give Me You" with Eric Clapton, and he did the guitar. But this album was very jazzy. It gave you a lot of it gave you some jazz elements, it gave you some blues elements, it gave you some elements of like throwback 70s, 80s vibes. So she wasn't just sticking in the realm of hip hop and R&B. She wanted to let you know, I can really do this. I does this. I'm not just, the hip hop girl from the street, like from the Bronx, just a girl from around the way. I really can blow. And I think Mary does prove this more after this album when she does her London sessions. That's an album that she comes out with in 2014. Okay. She does like all of these recordings in London, and that's definitely a different vibe for her. And I think she also shows this more and more when she comes out with her next album after this, No More Drama, because
Mm-hmm.
again, it's not all like, you know, she has that ballad, No More Drama.
That's
That
when I,
was something different.
that's when I first got hip to Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She really starts, it's more than just, I don't know how to explain it, because when you listen to what's the 411 and her last few albums, like I said, it's just more street, it's more R&B. It's just not, I don't know, it's just
It's not
more,
it's not super hip hopish.
yeah, it's
It has a little bit of elements because Family Affair was produced by Dr. Dre, so I mean like that was hip hop, but like that was more like a dance record though, if anything though.
it was more,
So
and that's the thing. She starts getting into those different genres of
yeah.
dance and jazz and blues, because if you listen, I don't know if you ever listened to the No More Drama album, because that's a good one too.
Hmm.
She also has a song PMS on there, and to me, that song is more of like a blues type of vibe, a jazzy blues vibe. You know, she's not feeling it today. She's PMSing. It's not her day. Don't fuck with her, and that's what it is. Like, I love that song. So, and then No More Drama, even No More Drama, she's literally crying on that song.
Hmm.
She's crying, and even in the video, she just starts bawling tears at the end. Yeah.
With a soap opera sample. I was like, okay, that's how I got hip to
Mhm.
this. So I was like, okay, I
All I'm gonna
recognize
say
this.
is y'all not going to keep putting down the Mary album, because this Mary album sets us up for Mary J. Blige moving forward and on. Period. This Mary album sets the foundation. This is the album. It's amazing. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. A fucking 9 out of 10. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. I'm
Word,
definitely giving it
word.
a
So I think you kind of summed it all up. So like when I think of Mary J. Blige, because like they do call her the queen of hip hop. I personally never understood that because she's always singing, but I never understood that.
9. I
But
know.
I get it. I get it because like because you kind of explained it because like with this album, like minus Jadakiss song and the DMX song and Nas song, which was like on the like deluxe version or whatever. Like when I think of Mary J. Blige, I think of personally like Family Affair again, Dr. Dre produced joint, Real Love, especially the remix with Biggie on it. Um, I Can Love You with Lil Kim. I'm thinking like her Rainy Days with her and Ja Rule. Like I think of like
Yeah.
I think of all the hip hop shit. It's like
I mean, and
because
then
that's
look
how
at her first album. You had Busta Rhymes as a feature. You had Grand Puba as a feature. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. So like I never like this is my first time listening to a full Mary J. Actually, no, I take that back. I did listen to What's the 411. I take that back.
how about the?
I'm about
That's
to
the
say
one you listen to.
it was. I think it was either that one or My Life. It was one of those two.
It's a
That
good one, but
it was one of those two that I listened to.
yeah, I
But
would
again,
say My Life is and Share My World is way better than What's the Book.
I give you that.
That's just me.
But I think like when I think of Major Buzz, I think of like the hip hop aspect of it. And so like
Mm.
when this one didn't have it, it just wasn't what I was expecting. I guess I guess I had higher different. I don't want to say higher expectations, but like different expectations.
Okay, I understand that. I
Which
do
is
want.
why I was kind of like with it because I was expecting that same type of shit.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And again, when I first heard Mary J. Blige, Rainy Days, Family Affair, and then all the hip hop related type stuff that she did. So that's what I was thinking of. And
Yeah.
of course, I fuck with No More Drama because it was the fucking what's soap opera that they separated that from?
Young and the Restless.
Young and the Restless. Okay, okay.
Yes.
I knew it was one of them. It was one of them. I can't remember which
Yeah.
one.
I had to
That,
think.
that's why I rock with that song just because I recognize the sample. I was like, okay.
I actually didn't realize that was a sample again until you brought it up. I mean, I remembered it when it first came out and somebody said it, and then I didn't remember, and now I remember
Nah,
it again. If that made any sense.
no, I understand. I understand completely what you mean.
No, That's why I really do love this album, and I really want people to give it the respect that it deserves because I really feel like Mary did her big one with this one, and on top of that, I just feel like it just didn't box her in. She's not
Mm-hmm.
just hip hop. She doesn't have to do just hip hop. And I realized that you're not the only one that probably felt like that because I think just her fan base felt like that. Again, this album didn't do the numbers that it could have with
Mm-hmm.
the singles that it had because the singles that she released was All That I Can Say. She did um She's an is your child. And it really messed me up. Which one was that one?
Oh,
Your
that.
Child.
Oh, yeah,
That one.
yeah,
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 Your
yeah, yeah.
Child. And then she did Deep Inside. So those were really the biggest songs that were on the album, but again, they weren't as well received as her like Sweet Thing or even her Mary Jane All Night or the I don't know, it's so many. I'm going
My
down.
life,
It
like my
wasn't,
life, and all
yeah,
that. Yeah,
just
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. It just wasn't received as highly as those songs.
Gotcha.
You know, Share My World was her biggest album.
Okay,
I mean, she's coming from that.
that was the
So
third
that's
one, right?
yeah.
Okay,
I mean, that was a hard follow up.
that's
Okay.
fair. I'll give you that. Okay,
Yeah.
I will say my favorite songs were all that I can say. Um, what did I say? All I can all that I can say. I'm in love, and the love I never had is probably my favorite ones.
Okay. All right. I love that. I
Yeah,
would
those.
say mine's were All That I Can Say, Deep Inside, Memories, Don't Waste Your Time, No Happy Holiday, and The Love I Never Had. I love this
Okay.
album.
Memories was solid too. I did fuck with memories.
Yeah,
That was
that
good
was a
too.
good
That
one.
was good
That
too.
was a really good one. I love this album, y'all. I was listening. I would take this album, I would sneak it out of my mom's room, and I would put it in my CD player and listen to it on the bus. And I would just
I'm
be playing it,
dead.
and that's how I learned. And I would just be singing my little heart out. So I had
I
to
bur-
make sure I didn't break it either.
I burned on my CDs.
Oh,
I think the only CD I took from my mom was the Alicia Keys album. The second Alicia Keys album.
that's funny.
That was
No,
like the second one.
I couldn't burn CDs at that time, but
My dad put a whole CD burner on the shit with the cost to download. I was like, I bet I'm about to download all this shit. We good. And then if I couldn't download shit, if my boy had the album, hey yo, let me get the album. I get back to you tomorrow. I burn that shit on my computer and boom.
I know that's right. Nah, that happened in my college years. I wasn't doing that in high school, but this album, this album got me through high school screaming. It did it for me. Mary J. Blige just was singing my life. I didn't know. Even as an adult, though, the more I listen to Mary, the more
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, she's singing to me. Like she know my pain, and that's why my mama used to listen to her all the time. Like I get it. You feel me?
Right.
All right, this last thing we're gonna review, y'all, because I just wanted to share that I am the face of a song. My best friend Jerica Renee, she made this sticker of me from one of my photos that I took when I went to a concert, and she thought it was so fire, so she just drew me. So, and then this band found me and not found me, but found saw it, I guess, and they just loved it, and they said that they wanted to use it for their single release, and so they did, and yeah, that's me on the cover of a
I think I
single.
recognize that picture too, which is funny.
It was from when I went to that Megan Thee Stallion concert.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It was giving bad bitch energy, but I didn't realize
I'm dead.
it. So the song is called Can You Feel It? And it's by a group called Three Star Revival. It's I don't know, what kind of sound do you say they are? Like genre.
Uh, I don't know. Damn, I don't know what genre you put it in.
Because
It's
I
kind
didn't want
of
to say folk because I don't think that's right.
nah. That's not folk. I want to say folk. I see where you're going with that. I want to say folk. It's kind of like if I had to like name like another band. If you ever listened to Arrested Development, it's kind of like that in a sense,
Okay.
but a little more. It's kind of like a mix of them and a mix of what's it, the Free Nationals? I think they're called.
Okay.
It's kind of like a mix of that. It's kind of like that. I don't know what
Yeah.
genre that is, but it kind of sounds like them.
They give jazz slash funk slash folk a
Like
little
folk,
bit.
yeah, yeah. That's how I was like, yeah. That's why I named those because like Nationals, they kind of have like a jazzy, funky kind of type of vibe,
Yeah.
and then Arrested Development kind of has like a jazzy folk type of vibe. So it's like okay,
Yeah, I like it. And the song is like just it makes you want to get up and dance. Well, I don't know about you, but it made me want to get up and dance. I like to move. I like hearing songs that make me move and stuff. And they was just going in. They was just it's actually not it's more instrumental than any words in it for real.
yeah. This way is definitely more of an instrumental. I was definitely waiting for the words. I'm like, I'll wait for like at least a hook or something to come in. Ain't nothing come in. I'm like, okay, it's just instrumental.
It's just
Cool.
a jam session.
Yeah, and I'm with that. I listen. There's been plenty of times where I just put on straight instrumentals and just go off.
Yeah, I've
It's
actually been
soothing.
getting into jazz and stuff more lately than I thought I would. As an adult,
Oh
jazz has
yeah.
really been doing it for me.
Oh yeah. I used to play. I used to play jazz back in there.
Oh, okay.
I did.
And you used to play on your instruments, or are you saying you used to listen to it?
But I used to play on my sax. But I used to. I definitely used to play my. I used to. I definitely used to play my saxophone though.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay.
Definitely.
All right, that's what's up. So, how do you like this song? What did you think about
Oh no, it was good. It was definitely good.
it?
I only gave it like one listen though, so I like. So
Yeah.
I'll probably give like a nice 7.
Okay, that
It was,
seven's good. I like that.
it was definitely a vibe. So
Yeah, I'm definitely still gonna give it a 10 because it's my face.
yeah. Unless you're in the music video, I don't know if that counts.
You feel me? I'm gonna give it a 10. I love the song. It's a jazzy vibe. Like I said, not a lot of lyrics. It's really just more instrumental, but it's funky, it's jazzy. I mean, it gets me moving. So maybe it'll get you moving. It's definitely something to put on in the background.
For sure, definitely.
Start your cleaning or whatever you want to do for the day. It's a vibe and a bop. Loved it. All right.
Gang, gang.
That is it. We did it.
We did. Did we? What we have popping next week for
I
next
was about to
episode?
see because you know
Was
my
our
number.
favorite art? Was a favorite artist?
Did we say favorite artist?
I'm just looking at the list
Oh
now.
yeah, we did say our favorite. So our favorite
Our,
artist,
our favorite
and
album this time though, not the
yeah,
worst.
for their favorite album. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm excited about this one because I have never listened to Machiavelli all the way.
never, never,
Never. I've
never
only
ever.
listened to bits and pieces of
Let me guess. You heard Hail Mary.
Come with me. That's my favorite Tupac song.
Oh, really? Okay.
Quick seed.
At least that's on there.
Have
You got Hail Mary. You got what
Mm,
singles on there? It was Hail Mary, To Live and Die in L.A.
okay.
and Toss It Up.
Okay. Okay.
Those are
Oh,
the 3 singles.
we got also so my favorite artist we're gonna listen to is Brandy. 'Cause the vocal Bible is all you need in your life. And it's gonna be her self-titled debut album, Brandy. Okay, I'm so excited about this one because actually the entire album is her hits. Okay, you had Moving On, Baby, Best Friend, I Want to Be Down, I Dedicate, Broken Hearted. Art, This
That
album.
is a good album. It is a good album.
What?
I gotta like I listened to it. Like I have listened to that album. I gotta go back. Of course, I gotta go back. But yeah,
Okay. I can't wait to tell y'all because this album, I listened to it every single day as a kid, all my teenage years. I literally like know all the words front to like finish. Is this is my album?
so Pot is it switches between Machiavelli and the Machiavelli 7 Day Theory and All Eyes on Me. It switches for me as my favorites, but I'm gonna go with Machiavelli
Yeah,
because
I think
he does shout out Brandy on the album too. So I'm like, I feel like it's appropriate to go with Machiavelli.
that's what's up.
And
Because this
technically,
is just
this
for
is a
me
debut.
too. It's her first album, and Never Say Never for me. I can't decide.
Okay.
Yeah.
And technically, this is a debut album because this is the first album that he used a Machiavelli name.
Okay.
So technically.
Okay. This is cute. I really wanted you to hear her 211 album, to be honest, because I feel like that's an underrated album that a lot of people don't talk about.
You said
And
211?
yeah, because
Which album was that one?
it's a good album.
When
It
that come
really
out?
is. Huh?
When that come out?
2012.
Oh, okay.
It got that Put It Down song with Chris Brown. I'm put it down.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But that's the only one she really put out. But the rest of the album is still really good. I love this album, to be honest. But a lot of people didn't like it. So.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah. But here we are. Or we could have did Full Moon was a dope too.
Oh, that's my favorite personally. Full Moon.
Oh, that's your favorite, Brandy?
It might be I might be nostalgic because like again like 2001 2002 is where I really started getting into like music and shit. And so like that's like one of the first songs I've heard from her was Full Moon and What About Us. So I was like, okay. So it might be a little bit more nostalgic for me, but it's definitely my favorite Brandy album.
I feel you. Nah, this is gonna be my favorite because then she got Give Me You. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm dead.
She go, is there a problem?
I know. I love the Machiavelli album.
That you can't solve.
I'm probably gonna talk about it on the next episode, but if I really wanted to, I'll show you the original version of Machiavelli, the original album, before they like switched it up.
Who for Machiavelli?
Yeah, for Machiavelli.
They switch it up.
So there are songs that they took off of the album.
Oh. Why?
Yeah. Cause I don't know.
So do we have any more songs he can release or no? That's it.
No, I think that's everything.
Okay, they did do everything.
They did. They used everything. I think there's some. I think there's still some unreleased songs, but because of sampling shit, they're not gonna like post it. So
okay.
And some of them are interludes too, so it's kind of like he's not really like rapping. It's just like the beat talking. It's just the beat, and then he's like talking the whole time type shit.
I mean, after they did that last one that we did, what was that one?
Pog's Life.
Pog's Life, yeah. Oh my god, I can just hear Pog's Life. Everybody, I can hear it, Sean.
It's just at that point, it's just like, yeah, I should just stop. I should just stop with Lower to the Game. Honestly, I could have stopped. I could have stopped with Better Days. Better Days was like
that shit pissed me off. I just never been so disgusted in my life.
I was just like, nah.
She said, Pog's Life.
I was like, nah.
Why did they have her on that song?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Just like y'all could have stopped the Better Days and been good. Honestly. Only reason I tolerate Lower to the Game because they had the Hennessy remix and Red Spider killed that beat on top of Sleepy Brown on the hook.
I literally only like Play Your Cards Right. That was the only song worth on that album.
The Keisha Cole version?
Yeah, that's the only, because the male version is dumb. Like, why did you even make that? It just didn't make sense. The whole album didn't.
The album didn't make sense. That's what I'm saying. The album didn't make sense. Better Days made more sense. Granted, you had like people like Trick Daddy on there, T.I. was on there. Jazzy Faye did production on a lot of tracks. But The
Trick
beats fit, but the
Daddy.
beats fit though. So I was like, okay, I
Trick
can't get.
Daddy rapping with Tupac is so crazy.
But it's crazy. But no, but you know it's crazier. His mom at not Trey Days, but Pop's mom actually hit him up. Was like, yo, I want you on this song. So I was like, okay,
Really? Okay.
okay. I was like, I can't even get mad. I can't even get
I
mad at that.
can't. She know better than we would, I guess.
But no, actually, the Better Days is actually a good project. I like it.
Okay.
That's excluding Machiavelli. That Better Days is my favorite posthumous album from him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
yeah,
to check that out too then.
it is
For sure. But okay, so Machiavelli next week, y'all, and Brandy's first album,
self-titled.
self-titled, yeah, Brandy.
Yeah,
All right, so we out of here. That's our show. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you tune in to other episodes that we got. You feel me? I've between Big Pun, Con from the 703. I already fucked with Schoolboy Q. That Blue Lips album, I already like. I love now. I listen to it a lot.
see,
Um, who else did you give me that I really? Oh, I didn't know I would like Bone Thugs and Harmony that much. I mean, I
yeah.
knew I loved them. I did like them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But
But now you love them.
now it's like, wow,
See, I put.
I
I
see
mean,
what you're saying.
I'm not gonna lead you wrong. Like I could tell, I'm not gonna lead you wrong.
Yeah, that was a good one. And who was the other one that we? It was it was more. Let's see. One of was the most played.
It was who?
Um, he said, "What's good, you two? Wondering what is your most played favorite track at this moment in time?"
Right now? Shit. Hold on. Let me go to my YouTube music. It's a lot of songs I've replayed this year. Um, dang, what is my most played?
Oh,
Most
that's
songs
who I
I've
was trying to
played.
figure out. Project Pad. I fucked with that. Pad.
Oh, yeah,
What? This?
Message just don't want to say
Oh,
yeah.
that shit was crazy good. That ratchet shit. I'm about to run that back.
Oh, oh. So to answer Smack's question, like this by Buddy. That's the song
Okay.
that I've played a lot. That's the song that I played a lot this year.
Okay.
That and then the Cushion Orange Juice 2 intro for Wiz Khalifa. Like that whole album is fire, by the way.
Okay.
But the intro is a whole fucking vibe. Like Wiz came back with that album. I was like, okay. So those two are probably like the two tracks that I like replay at just a point in time.
Okay. I like that. So far for me this year, I don't have any songs that are new that I love a lot. But as far as songs that I play a lot, that I listen to all the time. Right now, I'm constantly listening to Melanie Fiona. I cannot get this fucking song out of my head. Give it to me right. I don't know why I keep singing it, but she goes, okay, okay, I got to know my head. She just goes in, okay? She just does it. And then Proverb by Dylan Sinclair. It's a whole album. But I listen to Intermission, Getaway, and Dropout all the time. Like
What's the
Dylan
artist name?
Sinclair, we listen to him.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
but that was his second album. No, like his third album that we listened to. The first
Gotcha.
album this is his first album, and I listened to this album going to sleep. Like it's one of my albums that I listen to for comfort. So
Gotcha.
yeah, I love it. Proverb, definitely check it
And
out.
I do have a third song. It's Carmel City by Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Okay.
That song came out like '94, but I play that shit a lot this year.
Buddy a Fool just popped up on my radar recently. I'm a fan. I love Buddy. I haven't listened to his last
Yeah, Buddy
album.
go off. It was solid. It was solid.
Oh, you know who I've been listening to a lot lately too? Luther Vandross. I don't know what that's about. I think Kendrick got me on a vibe.
After
Oh
the
my
Luther song,
god,
okay.
I just want to hear Luther all the time now.
If this were
Yeah, I
just
just keep listening to
yeah.
Luther. But my favorite Luther song is actually "A Chair Is Still a Chair."
Okay. Mine is never too much.
Okay,
That's my favorite.
okay. I love the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right. I can find myself. Never too much, never too much, never too much, never too
Yes, that
much.
is a vibe. Boom, 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 boom. Hey. Yeah, they do that, don't he? He gets that. No, I just like, but a chair.
That's
Why
my
you
shit.
singing
Yeah,
like
no, that shit go off
that?
too. That nigga, he happy has it. Here and now, I give you my love. And of course, if this world were mine, I mean, I was a fan of that before
That
the
is a good
Kendrick sample.
yeah.
Anytime I hear that song, I think of The Wood, the movie.
Oh, I think that movie is so trash. I hate that movie. I hate that movie. I hate that movie. I do. I hate it. I only like it because of like, the people that's in it. Of course we fucked with it because of them. But that movie's done.
Oh no, I fuck with the
Ugh,
movie in general.
no,
You
I hate
wildin'.
that.
Well, we're okay to open this. No, the answer to the comment he said is Carmel City. Carmel, like Carmel City. That's the song. Yeah, he go off. Yeah. It's a smooth track. I mean, it's Pete Rock on the beat. You can't go wrong with Pete Rock on the beat. He's definitely one of my favorite producers of all time. So, hip hop producers of all time. So
Did,
yeah, you can't go wrong with
did
Pete
you
Rock on the beat.
listen to Buddy's album in 2024? Don't forget to breathe.
I did. It was
Okay.
solid. I need to go back and listen to it again, but it's definitely a solid album though.
I downloaded it and I never listened to it. It's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
don't know
wild.
what's wrong with me. Okay.
But the album that had Hoochie Mama on it, that was my shit though. I forgot the name of the album. It had Hoochie Mama, it had Ain't Fair. That was probably like I would
Super
play them shits heavy
ghetto.
as fuck. Yeah, Super Ghetto, that one. Yeah. Because they're like in front of like a bodega
Hmm.
or something like that.
Oh yeah, I did
Yeah.
listen
That's
to
my
this one
shit.
because I got this one in my downloads too. Yeah, I don't really remember it though. I
That was
think I
my
only
shit.
ran it back like one time. I gotta listen to
I just
Buddy.
got
It's
some
been a
coochie from the
minute.
Hoochie
It's been a
Mama.
minute. I love Buddy.
No, no, but he still goes off. He still does
He
it doing
does
his
do
thing.
his thing. He's really good.
Take it easy, big bro. You be good, Mike.
Have a good night. All right, y'all.
Be
Yes.
good, smack.
We're definitely wrapping this up. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to another amazing episode of Sippin Vibes. Okay, make sure you tune in next week as we talk about Brandy's self-titled album. We're definitely going to talk about Machiavelli up in here.
Machiavelli's 7 Day Theory, Illuminati, the Don Illuminati 7 Day Theory.
Period. Okay. Also, make sure you check me out on We Don't Sip Tea, We Drink Wine. I will go live this Friday, definitely talking about my latest trip to London and just everything else that I have coming up. And then also make sure you check out AJ. Take it away,
Yeah. It's your boy AJ, the co-host of Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. It's like a child called Quest. You got to say the whole thing. We go live every other Friday, so we won't be going live this Friday, but next Friday we will be going live. However, you can also check out my radio show, Hip Hop Vibes Radio, every Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at radiofairpress.org. I'm actually doing a Bronx playlist for this week. So make sure
Hey.
check that shit. Make sure you guys check that shit out.
Okay.
And
Are you putting Big Pun on there?
follow me on. Oh yeah, Big Pun. Oh yeah, Big Pun's on there already. I got a big Pun on there. It's a wrap. But also follow me on TikTok, A-Tone Productions, A_Tone_ Productions, as well as on IG, Hip Hop Vibes Pod, all one word. That's how I post all my hip hop content. Hip hop facts, history facts, today in hip hop type shit, and then other skits that I do type shit. So make sure you check me out. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. So yeah, support your boy and support my homegirls too.
Hey.
Yes.
And we drink wine underscore. All right, y'all. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you catch us here next week. I promise I will be on time. I don't have to babysit, but now we'll be out. All right.
Gang gang.